On the matter Lewis versus Chip.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge Parson has been sworn in. You may be seated. Have a seat.
Miss Lewis, this young man used to be a friend of yours. He's not anymore. It is your claim that he asked you to cash a check for him. You said okay. Took the check, went to your bank, deposited the check, gave him some cash, and the check bounced, causing all kinds of fees. You want to be compensated for both the cash that you gave him and all the fees that were incurred by you as a result of this bounced check.
Correct.
And Mr. Chip says that he never gave you a check, right?
Correct.
You have a copy of the check?
I do indeed.
I'd like to see it, please. Is this the way the check looked when you cashed it?
I never saw the check. He deposited it into the ATM. He was
not true.
present with me.
Shh. I didn't ask you anything.
Your Honor, Chris and Nick were both there when he deposited the check into my account. I never saw the check. I asked to sign it, and he said, no, that's not that kind of check.
Okay. Do you have note if it's a bad check?
I have my bank statement. They kept all the paperwork for their fraud department. They didn't give me any of that information. This one shows all the fees that were caused, and this shows the check deposited and the money that he withdrew that day.
What was the date?
It was October 22nd. It was a Thursday, around 7 p.m.
It wasn't October 22nd.
The check was deposited on October 22nd. Then the following day, I went into the bank to check
October 26th, ATM envelope deposit, debit adjustment, $200. So they adjusted it on the 26th.
Yes, that's the day that I went in with my grandmother to figure everything out. She had lent me money to unfreeze my account so I could receive my check from work. Otherwise, I would not have gotten paid.
Tell me what he said he needed the money for.
He called me on October 23rd asking for money to go to work over in Spokane on a construction job.
Don't open your mouth.
I take my job very seriously, and so I figured he did as well.
Well, you said October 23rd. I thought you deposited the check on the 22nd.
Sorry, the 22nd. I called the police on the 23rd. On the 22nd, he did call me, and he told me that he needed money to get to Spokane, which is a good 4-hour drive there and back. He was going to spend the weekend doing a construction job. I said, okay. He told me he had a check for $200. He would only need a certain amount, and the rest I could keep as a thank you. And I said, well, that's a little weird, but okay.
He had a check for how much?
$200.
And he needed how much?
He didn't give me a certain amount until we were there, which he withdrew to $120. So I had $80 left over.
Okay. Have him sign his name 5 times, please.
I don't...
You know how I love this job.
Said 5 times? 5, right?
Comes right after 4. Okay. Now you've done it 5 times?
5 times.
Just stop it! You've written your name 5 times. Before I look at it, sir, is this the way you usually sign your name?
Yes, it's my legal name.
Your name is Christopher?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know that I can actually read that?
It's good.
I can't read your signature on your answer, sir.
My answer?
Your answer. The document that you signed and swore to and told me was your story. Do you want to see your signature on your answer?
Yes, please.
Because it doesn't look like these 5.
Okay.
Now you know what I'm talking about,
yes,
Christopher?
I understand what you're talking about.
Do you understand what I'm talking about, Christopher? So when I asked you, is this the way you generally sign your name?
Yes.
The answer is yes. Could you explain to me why you signed your name in a different way when you signed your deposition?
I do it
your
Christopher.
Sworn answer.
I could write it 5 times again for you.
No, listen to me. I want you to explain to me, sir, if this is the way you sign your name, which I can actually read.
Yes.
Why you chose to sign your name differently on the answer that you filed with the court, this court.
Yes, probably because I I was in a hurry when I was writing it. I know it doesn't sound like a good excuse, but I left all the other paperwork at the hotel room. So I had a really, really short time to go through everything, and I'm not sure I initialed or signed my name correctly as my legal name. But the majority of the time, pretty much all the time I write my signature, it's Christopher Chips.
Do you have a driver's license?
I do, but it just says Chris Chips on it.
I'd like to see it.
It's from '06.
I want to see it.
Oh, wait.
Because you sign it, don't you?
Yeah,
you
they took
sign
from me.
it, don't you?
Yes.
Get
Sign the
it.
bottom. All right, they have, all right.
Oh, they can get it. We don't
right.
steal driver's licenses
Oh, I
here.
know.
Walk out the door.
Walk out. All right, I'll be right back. Hold up.
Your color is changing.
Me?
Yeah. It's changing.
Right on.
You know what you're saying to yourself? I hope she doesn't call on me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Where did you work last week? Think before you answer this question.
Okay.
Your life could depend on it. So
Okay.
where did you work last week?
Judge Judy. Ashley Lewis claims former friend Chris Chips bounced a check he wrote to her and refuses to make good on it.
I would almost pay them to do this job.
I have retrieved the license.
Bird, would you get me his license, please?
Certainly.
What did I say again? That was
No, I don't want you to say anything.
December '06.
Here we go. I can almost read this. Chris Chips. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. This doesn't
Yep.
look anything like what you signed here in this answer.
Like I said in this morning, I was in a hurry when I was writing it.
Were you in a hurry when you were writing this?
Yeah, I was excited. I was like, I got my license. I wanted to go whip my car around.
Take out the rest of the items in your wallet. Bird, get his wallet for me, would you please?
I don't know if I have a...
Just get his wallet for me. I don't want him to.
I have
Just get his wallet.
$200 in there, Miss Judy.
Cross Blue Shield doesn't usually have it, right? Chase.
Taking
For
20
Chips, so he
spots in my
chooses not to
favor.
sign this. So this you didn't sign. You should always sign your bank card, sir. Okay. You got 30 seconds, Christopher.
Tell you my side of the story?
30
seconds. All right. It was December '08. I was working as an automotive technician at a small independent shop in Washington, or in Auburn, where we live. And I got laid off at the end of December, and that's when Ashley came up to me at my last paycheck and asked if I could loan her $200. And I said,
Your Honor.
that shouldn't be a problem. Like, I've loaned her money before. It wasn't a problem for her paying me back. I just said, pay me back in a couple weeks. And then January '09, probably a couple later, I ran into her at the mall, and I saw her as, do you have my money? And she says, no, I don't have your money. It's just a big story. So, months go by. I'm trying to call her, text her, MySpace. She's just impossible to find, Miss
Check.
Judy.
Check.
Oh, with the check. There's no check. I've never seen a check. I've never written a check. Never signed a check. So, October 14th, I finally run into her at the mall, and she's shopping with her friends. And I say, do you have my money? But this time, it's almost a year, and I'm livid about it. I'm pretty... And so, she said, oh, all I have is like $210 or something. So I say, then that's fine. Give me the $200 that I loaned you over a year ago. And then I get a call a week later saying I owe her over $500 and that she's made police reports, and I've never seen
Can
one
I see
police
the police report, please? You went over your time.
That one is for the fraudulent check that he gave me. Your Honor, may I say something?
Not necessary. Where do you work, Mr. Chips?
Where do I work? I'm
Where do you work?
Oh,
I asked the
I'm-
question. I knew what question I asked.
I was, okay, I'm in between jobs for the week that I'm down, or the 3 days that I'm down here. So I'm starting again at Scarf Ford in Auburn. So I'm a lube tech at a Ford dealership.
Where did you work last week?
I worked at
Where did you work? Think before you answer this question.
Okay.
Your life could depend on it. So
Okay.
where did you work last week?
Auburn Foreign Car.
Were you paid in check or cash?
Check.
Did you work there the week before?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you earn?
I earn $9.50 an hour.
How much did you earn for the week?
It's a full-time job, 40 hours, 40-plus hours a week.
Are you independently wealthy? Do you live off a trust fund?
No.
Then
I
you
do
would
not.
know exactly how much your paycheck was a week.
It was between $250 and $300 every week, every Friday.
Good, then you can pay her back this money. Judgment for the plaintiff
Oh,
in the
Miss
amount of
Judy, don't do me
$400.
like
Thank you
that.
very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Miss Judy treated me dirty.
I don't want anything to do with this kid.
It was nice while it lasted, but I could understand how something like this would screw it up.
He's addicted to many different things, drugs, I don't know.
Ridiculous.
I've known him in the past. He's had issues.
We're all guilty of experimenting.
In the past, it was cocaine, and now I'm aware that it's Oxycontin.
No, I don't abuse any medications.
I trusted him very much, actually.
I think it's gone.
I'm good on my own. I don't need him at all in my life anymore.